What's going on, guys? How's it going? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another reading my old blogs video, which is a little bit embarrassing for me, but I know a subset of you guys really enjoy these videos, and it's fun to look back, to be honest, at sort of where I was back in the beginning when I started playing poker, and I was writing about it and figuring things out. So we're going to start reading that today. If you want to check out the previous episodes in this series, there will be a link in the description to the playlist of, I think we're on episode 6 right now. And today we're going to start April 22nd, 2011. So check out those videos if you want some context. But basically, I've been playing poker and had no jobs for a while. I just moved into my own place for the first time. And you'll sort of see where I'm at. It's been about, I don't know, a year and a half maybe of playing poker total, or a year, something like that. Anyways, the title of this is Media Whoring and a LOL No Limit Cash Games, question mark. It's not the media whoring you guys think. Hey guys, been a couple weeks and obviously a lot has been going on. First of all, my thoughts go out to all the American grinders. Keep your head up. It's immediately following Black Friday here. Pretty big deal, obviously, in the poker world. So as you can tell, I'm not really phased. I don't see an issue with this. I was like, okay, well, Black Friday happened, big deal. Let's keep grinding, and thoughts to everyone out there. Keep your head up. I have a good feeling that everything is going to work out. Eventually. I added the eventually. Work out is where I finished it. With a massive amount of news comes a massive amount of media. I've been listening to pretty much everything, including Quad Jacks, which was a podcast that they were doing like a live stream basically for days after Black Friday happened. So Quad Jacks, Hey Ball, which was a Deuces Crack podcast. Hey Smile, another Deuces Crack podcast. 2+2 PokerCast, fantastic show, you guys should definitely check it out. Donk Down Radio, and like 20 more weekly podcasts. That wasn't an exaggeration. When I used to play online, guys, I would listen to podcasts all day. That's what I'd do. Turn on the grind and listen to podcasts. That was my thing. It's kind of been an overload of information, and I have to say, it's kind of nice to take my mind off poker for a while by playing golf in the AM. Hey yo, no more snow. This is not, I mean, what? No, this is a lie. I definitely didn't play golf this summer. I know that for sure. I'm lying to you in this blog here in April 22nd, 2011. That was a lie. I don't know why I said it, but anyways. The blog continues. Anyways, to update you guys on what's been going on, I ventured away from Limit Hold'em because the swings kind of became ridiculous and it was a mega grind. That's right, I was playing Limit. Now we're on to something else. In my constant jumping around poker games, I settled on getting back to some classic No Limit Hold'em. Things are actually going really well, and I'm beating my stakes at a decent clip. I'm moving out of my own place at the end of the month. Oh, so we haven't moved yet. Okay. And with most of my money in investments, it's nice to grind out some cash at low variance No Limit Hold'em. Wait, did I just say low variance? In my playing almost all the games, I think that No Limit Hold'em is potentially the lowest variance. This may be true, actually. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Limit, tournaments, mixed, Omaha, deuce to 7, etc. all have some crazy swings. I think the one that might have the least variance is Full Ring Limit 08. That is wrong. But I was playing small stakes at the time. I'll post some of my graphs from the 6 max and Full Ring I've been playing. Played one heads up with Poker Tracker, not running. Also, I don't think my rush hands are important. Cheers, guys. So, I do have some graphs here. I'll take some screenshots and I'll overlay them here somewhere on the screen. They'll be up here, but yeah, you know, I'm doing okay. I'm starting to make some money playing No Limit Cash. It's relatively low variance and easy peasy. Okay, on to the next post, which is going to be May 25th. This is about a month later. It's a long time. Hey everyone. Oh, it's titled New Place Picks Inside. So I moved out to my own place for the first time, which I moved back home pretty quickly after, but you'll see. Hey everyone, been a pretty decent month poker-wise, however I did have $5K in unexpected expenses come up within 10 days of moving out. Grr, that's a lie. I was definitely lying. 100%. That is a lie, Jamal. I know it. Jamal, Jamie, I'm just calling Jamie at this point. I mean, I remember being so insecure at the beginning about like how much money I had, because again, playing poker for a living, especially when you don't really have a mentor, you don't have a guiding light, being like, look, this guy's done it, I can do it. To the rest of your family and your friends and stuff, they kind of think you're just stupid. They don't really realize that it's possible, right? So I always felt like I had to overcompensate and assure people like I'm successful, I'm fine, I have money here and there. And I would continue that over into my blog. So when I say that I had 5K in unexpected expenses, I mean, that's just not true. It's just, I'm just trying to give off the image that I'm okay. I'm trying to build up my sense of I'm all right by pumping up those stats. Anyways, so basically, I've been working really hard to pay everything off and start building my roll to comfortable status. Sitting on about 8K at the moment, it was less than this, I know for sure, and would like to get up to around 20K before I start to move up the mixed game ladder and take shots at 10-20 and 25-50. That's mixed game, so 10-20 mixed game and 25-50 mixed games. The no limit plays much smaller there. Been playing my casino's dealer's choice game that runs on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Been running good, playing better than ever, and it resulted in some nice profit, including 1.2K last night. That is true. I was playing that game all the time. Here are a couple hands that I played that worked out. I would love to hear your guys' comments. Spoilers, by the way. All right, so we have 5 hands here. And I am super excited to listen to these hands because I have no clue what they are. I have no recollection of any of these hands, so this is going to be a surprise to me and you guys. All right, hand number 1. And this is pot limit Omaha 8, guys. So half the pot goes the best high, the best low. If you don't understand that game, there should be some other stuff in here too. Just hold on. So I get dealt King, 3-4 rainbow in middle position. I am sitting on about $200 at the time. My plan from the get-go was to limp in because there was guys on the button and the small blind that always make pot builder raises to juice pots for no apparent reason. Sure enough, limps around to the button who makes it 15 to go. So I limp in with my King, 3-4. And then at 15, and everyone calls up to me, and I ship it in, figuring I'll probably get it in 3 ways against one guy that literally will not fold pre-flop and never has. Seriously. As well as the button who chases losses and was stuck. Everything works out as planned, and I happen to hit my set and quads on flop to turn to scoop the whole pot. All right. I think it's okay. King, 3-4, that's not a play you're ever going to make online in a pot limit Omaha 8 where you're 10-handed and you limp and then someone raises and then there's like 5 calls and then you shove. But in this live game, people would want to see flops, so when you stop them from seeing flops, most would fold and then you get it in with a few degens and you flip with the extra $75 that other people have put in and folded. It was fun. All right, hand number 1. Hand number 2. Sitting on about 500-ish, I get dealt ace-10, 8-7, under the gun +2, with nut hearts and PLO. So you got 4 cards, you have to use 2 here. Ace-10, 8-7. The hand is raised to 5 and gets called around. Flop comes with a heart draw, so I decide to call the 5, which I think in live Omaha in this game is fine. We have the nut suit. We're out of position, but I mean, it's so cheap and there's so much money. Flop comes with a heart draw and nothing else. King, 7, deuce. I checked the flop because I figured someone else would bet for me as well, as I like to play my draws passively in this game because no one ever folds. Hijack bets 20. It gets called 9 ways. Lol. I don't know if that... It could have been 8. I don't know. Whatever. We go to the turn. Brings in the backdoor flush draw as well as backdoor straights, and under the gun bets 25. A tough spot for me because there are some guys behind me that are capable of shipping with pair and flush draw type hands to scoop up the equity. But I just feel like I can't fold, and luckily it gets called 6-ish ways. River brings the queen of hearts. Bank of mints. We got there. We have the nuts, guys. Small blind with about 200 left ships it in, and under the gun tanks and flats. I ship in the rest, gets back around to under the gun, who tanks and folds. Man, I really make these hands kind of complicated. There's so much lingo. I'm sorry. If you guys are new to the poker, this sounds complicated, but I need to read it in the way that I said it. I'm a little better now at dumbing down some of the language. Anyways. Small blind shows king high, and big blind says he had 4 hearts. The guy next to me said he had 2 hearts too, which means I hit the case heart to scoop a really big pot. I remember that pot, actually. Now. Hand number 3. Pot limit Omaha 8. I get dealt ace deuce 9 queen with the 9 high clubs in middle position. So I have the nut low draw and ace queen and I guess 9 high clubs, whatever that means. I limp in and middle position pots it with a short stack, 120-ish. Gets called 8 ways, and the flop comes 3-6 queen with 2 clubs. So I have the 9 high flush draw, I have the nut low draw, and I have top pair. I decided to lead 30 into the short stack that was obviously getting it in at this point. I figured that my bet would scare some players into making folds after the shorty ships because I have a really tight image. And they might fold non-nut clubs knowing I'm betting out into the field. Shorty ships and the small blind overships for 200-ish. The big blind is a guy that never folds pre-flop, and he flats. This guy's range is so wide, he could just have ace-4 XX here. So I overship, matching his stack at around 800. Turn brings the 8 of clubs, giving me the nut low and a flush. The river brings a 2, which counterfeits my low, but I end up scooping the high with my flush and almost scooped a huge pot. Can't run like God all the time, so I'm content with half. Shorty showed king, queen, jack 10, small blind mucked, and the big blind had 4, 5, 6, king. 2 clubs. Oh, so close. Hand number 4. Pretty basic hand. Okay. Way to set it up, Jamal. Pretty basic hand. I limp call pre-flop with queen, queen, 10x. And we see a queen, 7, 3, two-tone board. I check and stuck Asian on the button bets pot, 65-ish. All right. Folds to me and I repot. He flats with like a pot size bet left. Turn is blank. We get it in and I hold the scoop around 800. All right. So, I mean, I check potted queen, 7, 3 instead of just betting, which is kind of interesting. Because, I mean, I have top set, so, I mean, it's fine to bet in Omaha, I think. But, like, if there's ever time for a check call, this is it. Queen, 7, 3, there's a flush draw, but there's hardly any straight draws or anything. I guess 4, 5, 6. But we should just bet, I think. I think we should just bet our hand. No, maybe I'm right. I don't know. Omaha experts out there. Queen, 7, 3. I have queen, queen, 10x. I check. Guy on the button raises. I call. And then the flop comes queen, 7, 3. And I check. The guy bets on the button, and I check raise. I don't think I should check raise. I should probably check call. Especially if he's around $400 deep. Anyways, whatever. It's over. Hand number 5. I think this was probably the best fold I have ever made. Wow. Damn, all right. Setting the expectations. Playing Crazy Pineapple. So how this game works, guys, you get 3 cards. And you can... After the flop comes down, you have to throw away a card, basically. So it's kind of a fun game. 3 cards pre-flop, pitch 1 after the flop. Plays the same as Hold'em. I get dealt 10, 10, 9 in middle position, and I limp call. Flop comes 9, jack, queen with 2 hearts. I checked because I don't want to get blown off my hand, and I have to check fold so many turns, and surprisingly, it gets checked through. Turn brings a king of spades. I bet out 50, and the guy to my left repots it. So it's king, queen, jack, 9, and I have 10, 9. So I have a string. The guy is passive, so alarm bells are going off in my head. Tried to convince myself that he could have 10x of hearts, but this guy is just too passive. Just sick that I have 2 10s. So I had 10, 10, 9. This is a pretty sick fold. I had 10, 10, 9. The board is king, queen, jack, 9. I threw away a 10, so I have 2 of the possible 10s, and I have the straight. I bet, and he raises. I talked to him a bit, and he seemed too comfortable, so I folded my hand, face up. He kindly flipped over ace 10, and the table went silent. I was a hero. Oh my god, Jamal! What an excellent hand! You're an absolute animal! I'm tearing up at how good that is. I mean, like, that's only a live poker hand, guys. That's insane. You can't you can't do that unless you have such a dead read. And I remember some of these guys in the game, they would not raise without the nut, like the nuts. So like this is one of those guys, like just bet the second nuts and they just pot it and I fold, you know, with 2 10s. What? That was one of the best feelings I have ever had. So yeah, that's the Live Events update. I'll post a couple pics of my new place to leave off. Cheers, Jamie Staples. And again, that was May 25th, 2011. So there is a couple pictures of my old place that I used to live in. This was like a basement suite in Lethbridge. They're a little bit fuzzy or whatever, but I will post them in here somewhere. I'll show you guys the spot. So it was a really cool spot, actually. It was my first place living on my own in this nice basement suite with a, you know, a bedroom that was newly renovated and a bathroom. And then I had a main room which had the kitchen in it, you know, just a standard little thing, and it's $500 a month, so pretty cheap, and so cool to have that freedom for the first time. And you can see in the picture somewhere on the screen, you know, I had my grind station set up, I had a TV, in the kitchen I had a little grind station for friends if they came over and played, and that was it. But I really loved my time there as my first sort of experience with freedom. So But that's going to be it for today, reading the old blog. We'll pick it up again in the future, you guys, and see what happens next. Fun looking back. I'm doing okay, and things are about to go pretty well for me. Spoilers, guys. So, anyway, stay tuned for that. If you guys like this video, hit the subscribe button down below. I don't know. If you're new to the channel, I don't know if you'll love it. But if you're a subscriber, which I'm assuming you are, thank you for watching, and we'll keep it up next time. So, we'll see you guys later.